Howdy! We're going to talk about a lovely little tune called the Girl From Ipanema, and I'm sure you've heard it. If not, you will now, at least in parts. So this tune is a bossa tune, bossa nova tune, by Antonio Carlos Jobim, and it uses a clave rhythm underneath, okay? Meaning that this is a common rhythm for these types of tunes, and it comes in two flavors. We have 2-3 and 3-2, all right? And the 3-2 sounds like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The 2-3, of course, is in reverse. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right? So to put this in perspective in relation to how we usually count our beats, we usually count them 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, okay? So I'm going to tap my foot. Hopefully you can hear that a little bit in the video. And I'm going to clap the clave, okay? Now, the most common one that we learn first is going to be the 3-2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, okay? Now, of course, we have the opposite, which is the one that the Girl From Ipanema, that song, that's what that's going to use. It's going to use a 2-3. So we have 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? That's where they belong. Now, of course, I had been counting it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But for that, I often count it 2, 3 because those are the two beats that it belongs to. So it helps me be sure that I'm centered in the measure the way I feel it. Because it sometimes feels a little awkward to say 1 when it's beat 2. It just depends on how aware you are, okay? Maybe I have a mental control issue and I just can't do it the other way. I don't know. Anyway, so in this tune it uses 2, 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now, regarding the chords, we have F major 7, okay? And then we have G7, and I play G13, going to G7. And then we have G minor 7, okay? And we have G flat 7 with a flat 5 listed. I'm using the real book. That's what's listed. My preference is to call it G flat 7 with a sharp 11 on top, which brings me to a point I'd like to make. Feel free to have a theoretical argument. I don't care. Somebody will, I'm sure. But the only rule is that you must apply or attach a video of your playing to your argument. That's the only rule. We'll see how that goes, shall we? So on this tune, or I'm sorry, on this chord, I'm going to call it G flat 7 with a sharp 11, okay? And we go to F major 7. We end with that G flat 7, sharp 11. Now, as an intro, I like to play those two chords back to back a couple of times, and then we get into the A section, okay? And in this tune, it's an A-A-B-A form, so we'd have the A section 2 times, we'd play the B section once, and we'd play the A section again, and then that's the end of the tune, okay? So let's listen to the A section, both with the first ending and with the second ending, because they're a little bit different, okay? So you notice how on the end of the second one I just stayed on F major 7 for that period where we used to have 2 chords, now we just have the 1, okay? Now as an intro, I usually play the F major 7 and the G flat 7 with a sharp 11, okay? So I'll play. Then we start. Now we have the B section, which starts with G flat major 7. Now in the the chart it's listed as B7 being next, but I like to play B9, okay, because it gives me that C sharp on time, all right? Now a little quick theoretical moment. This is the same note, okay, but sharps and flats share names. So this could be called D flat, or it could be called C sharp, all right? In relation to the G flat, since we're already thinking flat, number one, we would think of this as a D flat. Okay? Even though it's going to be the same sound when we move to B9, the ninth of B is a C sharp, not a D anything, okay? Argue amongst yourselves for that. Just attach a video. Okay? So G flat major 7 to B9, F sharp minor 7, D7, which you can put a 9 in there. And then we have G minor 7, E flat 9 or E flat 7, 1, both, neither, I don't care, whatever you want to do. Then we have A minor 7 to D7 with a flat 9. You can put a sharp 9 in there. And then G minor 7. And then C7 flat 9, oh sharp 9, or both. And then F major 7, because we're into the A section, leaving the tune here. And then it all starts over, okay? So that's how that works for all the chords. When we move to the melody, okay, and I'm just going to read it fairly straight out of this. We're going to play in third position. Position relates to where your index is located. And we can play pretty much everything here until we get to the bridge, and then we'll play in 3 different places for the bridge, okay? So for the A section, we're going to play. I was a little loose with my tempo there, but that's basically the idea. Okay, so if we started out, we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we have it again. I'm probably cooking it a little bit. Here's the bridge starting on F. And go up to G sharp. Same line. And we go to A. Okay, and we outline something. And then the A again. Okay, we would usually go to that. On this, on the end, we're going to have, and then from here, okay. Now in the real book, they have it written with some 8s. For instance, we come out of here, we have, where's my line? Go to triplet quarters there. I like triplet quarters kind of through that line, so I'd have this. So I have that 8th and 3, the triplet quarters, ba ba da da da, ba ba da da da. It just feels better to me that way. Once again, listen to it coming out. Okay, might be simple-mindedness on my part, like I can't do this one and that one, I gotta smear it over, whatever. But that's what I do, I like it, okay? So anyway, that's essentially the melody for what we have. Now on to the part that will cause many, many arguments on the internet forever and ever until everybody's head explodes, or whatever. Just attach a video, that's all I'm saying. Here, in the A section, I play F major, just the key. F major, the key. Listen, make up the melodies, go along as you please. You could play an arpeggio over each chord if you felt like it. You could find different pentatonics that you could play, and I'm not going to get into any of that. What I'm going to do is just tell you what I do because it works for me. It's nice and simple, at least as simple as we can make it for this tune. Okay? So I play an F major all the time, except for when I go to this area here where I'm playing G7. Now what does G7 belong to? Okay? We could play F over that, but to me, it lasts a long time over that chord. And if we play an F, which contains a B flat, over a G anything major, which contains a B natural, has a tendency to be a little bit tense. Kind of like that. Now you may do it only for a moment, or whatever, that kind of a thing. But it's just something that I don't find particularly pleasant. So because of that, what I do is I just change to the key of C. That's only one note difference. So wherever you're playing your key of F and your key of C, don't make this gigantic leap. Just stay there. Play in that area. So if I play in the key of F, and again, if you want to start talking about modes or anything like that, attach a video of your playing. So if I'm going to play in roughly second position, that's what I would end up playing. I would end up playing something over F. Okay, so you'd hear this. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just changing that one note and then going back. Okay. Now when we get to the bridge, we have essentially chords that are not really related, meaning they're not in the same key. So we can't just take a key approach and go from there. You can take a pentatonic approach, that would be fine, or you could take the arpeggiated approach, which is basically what I'm going to do. I'll play some arpeggios, sometimes I play some color tones in there, never mind all that. If you want to find out about that, you can ask me later. So our first chord being G flat major 7. I'm going to play there, okay? You want to learn your arpeggios, in my opinion, in a place, and then just learn all the notes that are sitting there for the arpeggio that you're playing. I'm not one for suggesting that, okay, well, if this note belongs to your chord, well, then you want to find all these notes. You see what I mean? Start crawling all over the place. I'll do a better job. You see what I mean? I don't want to get into that. And so on. It just drives you nuts. You can do that, like those gypsy jazz guys. They're fabulous at it. I'm not. Maybe we're all not, you know. Maybe it's just those guys and some other people that really, really work on it. So if the linear approach to the instrument is what you want to do, fine. I'm not going to stop you. But I like to do it crossing the instrument and working in a position. That's my preference. So, G flat major 7. Then we have B7 or 9. Okay, however you want to do that. F sharp minor 7. Play a minor pentatonic over that if you want. It's just the addition of one note, the fourth. If you want to hear it again and again, like we don't hear enough, but whatever, just my opinion. Then we go to D7. And then G minor 7. This is what's interesting. We have F minor 7 to D7. We have G minor 7 to E flat 7. Okay? So whatever things, licks, tricks, dog and pony show, I don't care, that you do here. You take it here. And you get the because these chord groups relate to each other. So find something in common with this thing and the other thing, okay? So you don't want to treat them as completely separate, having nothing to do with each other. If you can find something that's similar, like the F minor 7, F sharp minor 7 to D7, and the G minor 7 to E flat 7, that's a similar grouping, okay? So play similar lines with similar fingering, similar positions. Don't make it nuts. Don't play here and then leap up here, okay? Then we have A minor 7 to D7, flat minor, sharp minor, okay? Whatever kind of line you want there. And then we get into the F major 7 because we're ending on the A there, okay? At which point, just don't forget, if you go to the key of C, so then that's how you change the key, in that area at least. So anyway, that's what I have going on, and that's how I usually play it, okay? So from the A section, improvising from there, and again, it's usually a good idea to find a jam track to play against so that you hear how these notes sound against the chords. You find out what you like, okay? So. So there you go. I hope that helps.